Spacey Sims, and we are back with more To the Edge of the Sky. And I'm going to tell you at the end of the last part, I was really freaked out that we finished the game already, or what we had, you know, available. Woo! I am so glad that we didn't. But anyway, so that was obviously just the beginning of the, you know, the prologue kind of stuff, and now this is the actual chapter 1. So yeah. Anyway. So I don't know how long this is going to be, but it might actually only be about as long as what we've already done. So what were we up to already? Like 7 parts, maybe? 8? That was 8. Or that was 7. I'm not sure. Anyway. A trap? But how? Are you kidding me? Before anyone can respond, there's a sudden sound behind us. I really like her hood and her awesome glasses. Those are fucking cool. Ah! 3 of us in the room all turn towards it. Well, all of us except for Zero, who keeps his eyes trained on the magician. I activate my comms. Guys? Hey, be careful. Four's voice cuts me off mid-sentence. 4? 4! Heh. Took him long enough. Who? Like I'd sell you. It was worth a shot. Zero, keep an eye on Magician. I'm gonna check on the others. Oh, and then when he has that contemplative, almost angry look, it's really fucking pretty. Like that, like, is he normally grinning? And that is a really fucking pretty look. Like, wow. Got it. 6 turns to leave through the doors we had entered through, but they burst open all on their own. Did he get punched in the face? And he looks like he got punched. An unexpected scene plays out before us as several men come stumbling in. Icarus has his arms thrown around Nine's neck, and as the taller man struggles to get him off him. But behind Icarus, 3 is, well, he's hitting Icarus in the head over and over again with a tablet. Stop hitting me. I would if you'd just go down already. Cute. 8 and 5 follow the men in, their faces both annoyed and anxious. It's so funny, because he's got, like, he definitely has a drama. He almost looks like they put a picture on. I wonder if on the thumbnail that I use, which is where they show you their classes, his hair is totally different. So I'm just wondering if that's going to be in the new update, and like this was just the old. So if he's going to have a revamp, because I know they're all like the art style's changing for all of them. But anyway, you can do it, 3. Let go of our leader. When I shake off the surprise at the almost comical scene, I see 6 already rushing over to jump into the fray. But then a red blur streaks by out of the corner of my eye. I spin around to see the magician throwing a punch right at Zero, and she is way too close for him to fire the guns he's holding. Zero, look out! I reach out towards him even as I move, but it's too late. I can't stop it. The magician's fist connects with his chest. I can see Zero's body shake with the force of the blow. But he doesn't move, not even a little. He keeps the magician's gun firm in his hands. She stares at him, her eyes wide behind her mask. Still running towards the 2, I can hear Zero's labored breathing as he looks down at her. Is that all you got? Thought a Valkyrie would hit harder. What's this? What's the difference? Wait a minute, I'm confused. What is the... Is that like telling you... Okay, so I want to know what those are. Like... What are the little markers on the choices? Dot choice mark... Oh, no. No. I want to see if I can find it. Like... Also, I'm not really sure which choice I want to make, too. Huh. But see what I mean? Like, one's different. So, is one, like, more a passive choice? Like, some of the choice options have, like... Huh. I don't see where it tells you anything about it. I can't figure it out. I just wanted to look quickly if I could find anything, but I don't know. I mean, okay, if we jump, I feel like we need to make sure he's okay, like, because we're backing him up. But at the same time, if we do, it might, like, make him feel like we don't trust him. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like after the conversation we had, you know what, let's let him handle it. I'm really, 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 really wondering what that means. Like, what is that? Why does one choice have, like, a thing on it and the other ones don't? Let's let him handle it. Why does that come up? Oh my god, wait a minute. I should have saved. Not bad. What I've heard about the Zero Initiative might not be all bullshit after all. What have you heard? Oh, nothing much. Just that you might not be as dull as you look. Maybe not the most stable soldier around. Stable? Although Zero doesn't say a word, I can tell that she struck a nerve by the way he stiffens. That's all the warning either me or the magician has before Zero tosses the guns to the ground. In the next instant, he snaps out his arm and wraps his big hand around the magician's thin neck. Ugh! Zero! Is he going to kill her? The magician's hands clutch at Zero's on her throat, but she might as well be trying to pry off steel. Was that a bad choice? Zero! The magician's eyes roll back in her head and her body goes limp. The second it does, Zero lets go. The magician drops to the ground. Not hesitating this time, I run over to Zero. I look down at the magician's body. She's not dead. It was just a nerve pinch. I take a deep breath in relief and glance up at Zero. That was a little too in his voice there. But he won't meet my eyes. Are you alright? Fine. I don't get to say anything more before 9 calls out to us. Guys, talk later. We need to retreat. Now that's right, we don't know what High Priestess is planning, or if this place is really empty. We have to get back to the roof. I'll take this guy with us. Leave the magician, though. She's too much trouble. Oh, that's Icarus. I thought it was us for a second because it was purple. You think I'll come along that easily? I know you will. 6 moves his arms almost imperceptibly, but Icarus lets out a short but pained yell. I'm looking forward to finding out how you got here. But for now, let's move quickly. Our escape path decided, we rush out of the room, headed towards the rooftop. After navigating Kairos' building twists and turns, we finally make it back onto the rooftop. I bend over, panting a little from our prolonged yet rushed exit. We're close to the airship now. I can't believe we didn't come across anyone. I'm glad we didn't. Yes, but it is worrisome. Why? You think it's a trap? Hey, we've got company. I'm suddenly aware that we're not alone on the roof. How the fuck this bitch get here? How? Am I in a time warp? You just love spoiling surprises, don't you, 6? But bet you're real fun at parties. Seriously? You again? I thought you might be missing me. Who'd ever miss a harpy like you? Somehow the woman we left passed out cold in the lobby is already back up. And this time, there's a huge black cannon hefted on her shoulder. And, of course, it's aimed at us. As she stares us down the sights of it, I can sense that she has no intention to hold back this time. But simply, she's pissed. But so am I. I'm tired of you, and you're in our way. I'm done playing. Oh, augmentation's active! I focus my augs and everything slows down. Ooh, that's so cool. Everything goes purple. Ooh, look at our pretty augs on her face. We're neat. The cannon can hit a large area, but she still has to aim it somewhere. The magician's eyes flit towards Zero, and the cannon moves slightly toward him. It's so brief, it's like any normal person would have missed it. Of course, he's the one who KO'd her. Hurt her pride, I guess. So she's temperamental, and not quite so rational then. Without another thought, I throw my whole body at Zero. With my augs activated and time slowed for me like this, I can see Zero's eyes shift from Mags to me. For a second, his body tenses, and I think he might actually be getting ready to throw me to the side. But then our eyes meet for just a moment, and I can see understanding dawn on his confused face. Sorry, Zero. He tenses, but doesn't make any other motions as I collide right into him. Using my force to propel us both, I grab onto his jacket the moment I get close enough. We roll away just as an explosion hits the spot where Zero was just standing. With us tumbling like this, I can't stop back and look. Not even when a second explosion goes off behind us. What was that? Was someone hit? There's no way she could have recharged that weapon that fast. Frustrated by how long everything seems to be taken, I deactivate my AUGs. Ooh, I was like, what's going on here, Smoke? The second we come to a stop, I sit up and look back towards where the explosion went off. But there's so much smoke, I can't actually see anything. All I can hear is coughing and sounds of confusion. I shouldn't move. I could end up becoming a bigger target if I do. I hope everyone's alright. I feel the ground move beneath me and look down. Only to realize that the ground is actually Zero. I can barely see his face with all this smoke, but he isn't looking at me. I can tell he doesn't look happy, though. Oh, I'm sorry. I lightly hop off him, feeling guilty. Still lying down, Zero covers his face for a moment. He gently smacks his cheek with both hands several times. Are you okay? Trying to peer through the smoke at him, I reach out a hand. But Zero just lifts both legs and jumps up in one smooth movement. Fine, I'm fine. I nod and go back to trying to see through the smoke. I realize that there's definitely something here, something there. I can see something metal gleaming in between the white puffs of smoke, and something narrow and long attached to it. After a moment, I realize that it's actually an arm, and it's holding a giant axe, or maybe a scythe. My whole body tenses. Another Kairos agent? As the smoke continues to clear, I hear the others shouting out Zero and I's names, asking if we're alright. I know we only have seconds of cover left anyway. The person doesn't already know we're here. It's better if they know we're here so they can help. We're okay, but there's someone here. The tall figure finally moves and the wisps of smoke part around them. I let out a small gasp at the presence before me. Oh, this is, I think this is supposed to be 10. I saw her, somebody, like, because a lot of people do, like, art, like, fan art for this, and on the page, and I saw her, they did, like, fan art of her, and I'm like, wait, is that supposed to be 10? Because we know 10's a chick, and we've never seen her, and I'm like, she's so cute! Look at her! Her fucking pretty purple-ass eyes, and her purple fucking hair, and her fucking hotness. Jesus. And she's got a cyborg arm. That's really cool. I let out a small gasp at the presence before me. All I can sense is radiating power. I think it is supposed to be her because, you know, her hair had a ponytail or whatever. This one's way more dangerous than the magician. Oh, unless she's actually bad. I thought she was going to be 10. She could be bad. I don't know. Maybe it is her. I can't help but fear at the tall, muscular being before me. I don't know, but she's awesome. Especially when she easily lifts her giant scythe and sweeps it across the air between us. Okay, so she's obviously not 10. I thought she was. And then I was wondering how the hell 10 got here, but I don't even have time to move. The air blows my hair in every direction as the smoke clears from her motion. Instinctively, I move to get in front of Zero, but he steps in front of me instead. Clenching my fists, I glare at his back. This kid. But for all our attention, this person pays us no mind, instead talking to herself. Can't see for shit in all this smoke. Of course there's no wind tonight. But I'm certain she's fled already. Shh, coward. Maybe it is 10. Oh well, she won't get far with those kinds of injuries. Relaxing, I tilt my head as the woman's eyes pass over Zero and I without any interest. Are you looking for the magician too? 9 appears from the remaining smoke, besides the yellow-clad person, as if on cue. The fucking yellow-clad person who is so fucking Jubilee from X-Men. Just, sorry. Of course they are. This is Operative 10, leader of Phantom Beta. Oh, and it's probably best if I tell you now that 10 prefers neutral pronouns. Another voice speaks from beside me and I jump. I can't pick up any readings here besides us. I think both Mags and Icarus got away in that second explosion. Even if she did, she'll be dead soon enough. Okay, so I was like 10. She's hot! They are hot! 10 is ridiculously goddamn gorgeous. And I like the fact then that they're like gender neutral pronouns. Cool, look at that, being all inclusive and shit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep calling her. 10 is pretty. 10 is fucking gorgeous, like, Jesus. I mean, look at that face. Goddamn gorgeous. Those eyes. Just cover up everything else about it. Just look at the eyes. Just the eyes alone are gorgeous. Jesus. Even if she did, she'll be dead soon enough. Don't bother thinking I missed her with a weapon this big in close quarters. Although, I do like to see the bodies as much as anyone. Oh, I love the smirk. Gotta confirm the kill after all. I swallow, feeling suddenly very out of place. I wish we could romance 10. Can we add that? Just like a side game, romance 10, because I'm down for that. That explosion, what happened? What do you think happened? I saved your asses. How is she in Phantom Beta if she... I'm sorry, I'm going to keep calling her she. I know I should be saying they. I'm going to get messed up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be, like, offensive. I just... But, like, how the hell is 10 in Phantom Beta when they kick ass this motherfucking good? Like, 10 just saved all our asses. Legit. 10 kicks something, and I hear the sound of metal grating against metal. I look down and see the pieces and ashes of that cannon all over the ground. Whoa! How did they do that without hurting themselves, much less anybody else? Well, I don't know why or how you're here, but we're grateful for that. 8 emerges from my other side, and I clutch my heart. If even I can get close to you, you should really work on your perception, you know? Ugh, it's been a really long night, you know? Of course, but if a little smoke and mirrors is all that's needed to let your guard down, you'll let just about anyone get close. I know, like, at some point I'm gonna romance 6, and that's pretty fucking shady, because you know he's a frickin', like, mysterious bastard, but I love him. He's just the best character, because he's just gonna be the most entertaining, is what it is. Not even about the romancy aspect. I could literally just be like, I just want to see the shenanigans he's gonna get into. 5 appears on the other side of 8 and nods. It's important to be aware of your surroundings. You too, 5. 3's voice comes from next to 9 across from us. Coming from you, that almost sounds like a joke. Ugh, we don't have time for your banter. We need to get out of here. That is why 10 is not part of Phantom Alpha. You don't know how to banter. And I'm going to sit there and be like, girl, you don't know how to banter. But I be calling all of them girl. So, it's okay. I'm not being offensive. Because I literally, if 9 was the one, I'd be like, girl, don't. I'm going to call all of them girl. We use that for everybody. That is gender neutral in this sense. Girl, like 6 over here. Girl, don't you look at me like that with that mischievous look on your face. Girl, don't you... No, you finally looking at me, honey. There may be more reinforcements coming. 10 is right. Let's get to the airship fast. I can see the best in the smoke. I can see the best in the smoke. I was like, what can you see the best? Oh. Spacey can't read. Okay. Now I can see the best in the smoke. Follow me. 6 gives us no time to argue and begins heading toward the airship. With no other choice, we rush off after 6. When we get inside, we all head straight for the cockpit. But the pilot isn't there anymore. Do you think she went inside after we came in? Most likely. This is her home. So what are we gonna do now? Leave? 10 hops into the pilot's seat. I'll pilot. One of you can scan the ship to make sure there's no stowaways. What do we do if there are? 10, already moving quick to check the systems, doesn't hesitate to respond. We throw them off. I like them. 9 sighs. 10, prepare for takeoff. What do you need us to do? Get to an area if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, sit your ass down. What? 3 is cut off when the ground beneath us begins to shake. As he falls flat on his ass, I reach out and grab the nearest solid object to hold on to. We're moving already? Come on, 3. Holding onto a nearby chair, 8 bends down to help 3 up. Everyone, you heard 10. Find a seat. I'll do the scan and then go double-check the ship with 0 once we're up in the air. Do you need me to help? You stay here. I can see that you're exhausted. Get some rest, okay? As soon as he says it, I realize once again that I really am. Girl, winking at us. In no position to argue, I find a seat and sit down. I push off my hood and finally take off my ARO. I don't know if it's the arrow. You know, are we saying A-R-O, like pronouncing the letters, or arrow? I don't know. Rubbing the bridge of my nose. The ship vibrates, and that unsettling feeling that I've left some part of me down on the ground below sets in. I close my eyes. Did you get here? I slowly open my eyes, thoroughly confused as to where I am and whose voice that was. Nish? I look around and see momentarily unfamiliar faces. After a second, I realize I'm still on the airship. Oh, that's right. I glance at the time on my ARO display. 3 a.m., I sigh. This night is never ending. So much about my life has changed in just the past week, much less in the past day. It's so overwhelming, I can barely keep up. But this isn't the time or place to lose it. I can think about it. I can think about all of this later when I get home. If there is a home to come back to. Ten's deep voice cuts into my thoughts, and I realize that 10 and 9 are having a conversation. 9 is standing up next to her chair, or their chair. Okay, well. So don't blame me if I accidentally call her a her, because they're calling 10 her too sometimes. So anyway. With folded arms, looking as calm as ever, while the rest of the team stays seated. 0 and 6 are here too. I guess that means they didn't really find anyone. Or that they got thrown off. I swallow and focus in on the conversation. But didn't you say you had the situation under control? Do you know if 4's okay? Ugh. 10 rapidly types at something invisible and then turns around. There. Ship's on autopilot, so now I can deal with all your damn pestering. 10 stands up next to 9. I realize how tall they both are. Man, I'm glad I didn't have to fight them. Where are we en route to? Somewhere outside of the city's center, that's for sure. I'll explain, but don't interrupt. Kairos had clearly laid a trap for us. As soon as we thought we'd cleared out all of the attacks, a new wave came in and swarmed us. We didn't even get communications up for very long. It pisses me off, but I was forced to leave and try to find you guys to help. Of course, I had no idea where the hell Kairos base was, though. But I got lucky. Noticed that Icarus punk's sneaking off in the chaos of it all. Normally I'd have killed him, but I followed him. You not killing someone must be some kind of miracle. I can make up for the kill I lost right here if you want. I said not to interrupt. I love 10. Sorry, please continue. That punk stole one of our cars, so I took a bike and followed him. He led me right to the base. I didn't expect the situation to be as bad in Olympia as it was, though. What's going on in the city? From what I can tell, the power's been in and out, and of course some assholes have started trying to loot. There were all kinds of announcements being broadcast. Phantasm is trying to get people to stay in their homes. But with the innocent folks that were caught out during all of this, and the assholes trying to take advantage, I see. The city must be a mess right now. I feel bad for the people that were caught in the middle. Well, I do as well. But there was nothing that could be done about it. OPD was out in force doing their best to protect the civilians. So we just have to do our jobs and stop Kairos. That's right. Although I'm frustrated that things have gotten this far. I can't believe even ordinary police are being dragged into this crap just because we fucked up. Not to mention, I had to leave my team behind. I had to leave all of our operatives behind to get killed while I rode off into the night. Like a coward. I guess it's true that if we had done our jobs better, no one would be getting hurt right now. Perhaps we shouldn't have left Phase. I'm the one who encouraged you. I was certain we had it under control. It was still my decision. I'm supposed to be the top strategist. I'm the leader of the top team here. I'm the only one who should take the blame for this. I'm the only one who failed Olympia. Oh, poor baby. It's not you. We all failed. It's not only you. Everyone in the room's eyes go to me, but I keep going. We all failed Olympia. All of us. But instead of wasting time trying to claim blame, we should focus on what we need to do to turn the tide back to our favor. We could have done some things better, yes. But we can take all of that, look at it as an example, and do better as we move forward. We have a duty to help everyone, and we can do that by fixing this mess. There's a brief moment of silence, and I take the time to stare into each and every operative's eyes. If everyone really wants to argue about who's the guiltiest party here, we can have a whole debate for it later. Hell, I can even personally help set up the stage for debates later. But for now, we should just focus on the goal. Seven's right. We just need to take a step back and figure out how to fix this. 9 chuckles. From the mouth of babes. Oh, though I suppose it's more like rookies in this context. Huh? You're our rookies on the team, but you're the ones trying to get us through this setback. And you're right. Heh, it's true. I'm the most experienced one here, but I'm the one who lost sight of the situation. Let's think about what we can do to make this right. Everyone murmurs and nods in agreement. We know we need to take our base back from Kairos, but we're lacking manpower. Anyone have any ideas? We can't take this airship, that's for sure. They just shoot us down. But if we could infiltrate the base, maybe we could get to a critical location. Are you thinking of the command center? 10 nods. If we activate the counter-security measures, it wouldn't matter how much manpower either side has. I guess it's our only choice. What counter-security? I haven't heard about this. Me neither. Something even the other guys don't know about. Must be really high-security info. I can't say anything more about that. But I think that's excessive. I hope we can find another way. What other way is there? Better than having the bastards take over the entire city for good. The two fall silent, and it's clear they're at odds. For a few moments, no one speaks or maybe even breathes in the room. Are there any other options? 10, do you have any additional data about the status of Phase? Maybe something you forgot to mention. Maybe. Thinking about the command center, with Kairos movements, that is where it seems like Kairos was fighting to get to. Could it be possible they know about the counter-security measure? That's also the location where communications and Phase leadership is. That's right. It would make sense to take the command center immediately, even if they don't know about it. It's also designed to be highly defensible with its location. If we could take that room, we should be able to... 9 glances at 10. One way or another, clear out the building. Or call for reinforcements outside of Olympia at least. But the same problem remains. How do we get in with a small team and without getting everyone killed? I have a suggestion. Please, go ahead. Due to the way Kairos tends to function, each separate group has a leader, much like the Phantom Cells. So you're suggesting to take out the leaders? I feel like 6 is like, we get to take down some people? It should cause chaos. That would be a good distraction. And a good workout. Pandemonium is my middle name. It's where I work best. God, I love the smirk. Still, good as I am, I'm only one person. It might not be enough to stop us all from getting killed or captured. And that still doesn't address the issue of how we'd reach the leaders in the first place. Everyone falls silent once again. It feels like we're against impossible odds. This is so frustrating. Isn't there anything we can do? There's been a lot of times when I thought I might not be able to make it through. But it's never been anything like this. A surprising, gentle, deep voice is the one to answer my hopeless questions. We could just focus on taking out the main leader, the one in Central Command. They would probably be the highest ranking one too. But that doesn't solve anything. We still have to get in there. I can do it. You're not... 8, it's my job. This is what I can do. I can do it. I can help. Sending 5 in, all by himself? I hate the idea already, but I know I have no room to speak in this conversation. I'm just the rookie here. I have to defer to them as the professionals. It's likely to work well. Taking out any leader, okay, go away. Taking out any leader based on my data of Kairos is likely to plunge the rest into confusion. I don't know if that popped up in the screen, but my, origin thing, account in use. That's nice. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to use origin right now. Thanks. It logs me into my account. If we're going ahead with the infiltration, then I might have some useful info. Feralis, having info about infiltration. 10 merely looks at 3, and he instantly falls quiet. While I was leaving the base, I heard the enemy talking about one of the leaders needing to get something out to Kairos HQ. I guess they couldn't do it over the net when communications are down. Or maybe it's something physical they have to carry. I wonder what it is. Possibly some kind of phase-sensitive data they discovered within the command center. How do you guys think they'll be carrying the data? It seems like that's pretty important to stop in itself. 3 pulls his tablet out of seemingly nowhere and begins tapping on it. How is it not... First of all, it was broken. How is it not broken after beating Icarus repeatedly with it? Which I find adorable, by the way. There are several ways Kairos is known or suspected to use to transport things. The simplest way would be a Kairos operative. Considering this, it's possible that Icarus had the item himself. That just makes him getting away sting even more, if he's even alive. I could be wrong, but I don't think he had it. I heard them discussing this while I was in pursuit of him. I think Icarus was totally off radar, on his own separate mission. He avoided all fighting while moving to the vehicle area. That is one likely possibility. What are the other ways they might be transporting it? Yeah, what are the other ways? 3. We're going to pause here, and we're going to find out what those other ways might be in the next part, because I have a feeling this is going to go on for a little while. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more!